Can you guys mute?
Are we waiting for somebody?
Well, if I'm correct, there's 5 of us. Lukasz, I guess, apologized, and that's it so far.
Nicholas, we can hardly hear you. Are you sure your mic is working properly?
I hope so. Is it still the same problem?
No, you are getting louder as you are speaking.
Okay.
Okay, you're still a little low, but you know.
We'll try to...
More than a little, actually.
Unfortunate. This system. I was forced to start using Windows because my other computer burned somehow. And now this is a problem because I can do it like this. Is it better now?
Yes.
Super. It's better to have an external mic. Good. Still some minutes. I hope. Seems it's a bit too summarish for the others to actually join the meeting. I'm not sure, as I'm supposed to leave 1950, I will have to transfer the chairing at that point. So I would slowly start and try to resolve as many issues as possible. as we want it to be fast. And hope the others will join meanwhile. So I hope you guys have the pad with the agenda. So I will just one more resend here to the Jitsi chat. And it's 9:10, and we can officially start the meeting. Would be great. Should there be someone willing to volunteer as a secretary? Is there someone willing to volunteer as a secretary?
Yes, we will, as usual.
Perfect. Thanks a lot. We should have, yes, the participants are already. No. So I would like to ask you to correct the number of participants, and there is a proposal for the agenda, which is on the line 38. If you could look there, would be great. Is there anything more we would like to discuss today? I see no hands risen, so I would suggest to vote on the approval of the agenda, which is on the line 54. Vote yes, no, or abstain. Okay, I see 5 times in favor, which is clear majority of the board. That means the agenda is approved, and then as the 0.2 point in the agenda, it's approval of the minutes from the last board meeting. So that was the one before the council meeting, and we can vote on that on the line 63. Okay, I see 5 times in favor, so that means that we have approved the minutes from the last meeting, and we shall start with the short reports of the activity. I will start with mine. So there was a lot of happening after the council meeting. Basically, what shall be mentioned about normal, let's say, agenda. I tried to contact Henrik Passmark from the Swedish Pirate Party, let's say, finish the text on the Conference of Europe that was discussed in the council meeting. Yes, that's it. And also I have a proposal for, let's say, moving forward with our web page. A little bit that was discussed previously, but I will leave it for the respective point. Yeah, and regarding the Conference of Europe, I shall notify that Patrick Breyer brought another proposal to the table, or let's say a small amendment to the existing text. That's much for me. So, is there anyone willing to report stuff? Or?
No, not really.
We have something already written in the pad and the minutes, and I actually, speaking for myself, this time I had nothing to report from my side.
Okay, I see some reports in the minutes that are probably not to be for time reasons heard now. So let's go for check of the tasks from the last board meeting. So. Okay, I see not many tasks actually, because we have discussed in the last board meeting mainly the council meeting. So, is there anything I've forgotten? The registration or party registration working group, but it's something we are supposed to discuss today maybe. And yes, party registration working group. So that was immediately the one. Now, and we have it on our agenda as point 3. So I would go to the point 3. Sorry, just checking the hands risen. The party registration working group. I mean, like we have been tasked by the council to actually do an overview and let's say find what would be the possible partners to actually expand our project in order to be able to formally register. So that needs probably some sort of like researching, and that should get some let's say organized form. I'm not sure. Is there anyone who actually did anything on that in between, or are we still in the phase of something shall be done? I'm not sure whether Bastian wants to speak, but maybe what I think would be reasonable to actually call for a working group that would do the research and start contacting the parties. I'm not sure that's probably what we are expected after the last council meeting. Is there anyone who would be willing to kind of like organize this type of work, because it has to be clearly done before the September, which means a lot of work during the summer break.
Well, I think that we, I don't know what you think, guys, but it's not a question of having just one or even 2 people here involved. I think that we can massively spread this and probably even have more than one people who have at least the, let's say, management of this working group, because otherwise I'm not sure that we will face any result before September. I know that, for instance, here in Italy we are moving actually. So I still have to talk to a couple of guys, but we are moving in this direction to find some possible solution from Italy. But it's a question of there are a lot. In my opinion, there is a lot of work to do. So I don't know if one person is just one of us right now, because we are only 5.
I do agree. What I think shall happen is that there will be someone who will be keeping, let's say, an Excel sheet or something like that, or spreadsheet simply, and there will be like a table, country, potential partners, responsible person for contacting, results of contact. Such a table shall be created. Probably the contribution shall come from more people. However, there should be, let's say, a person or like a coordinator responsible for this table and for kind of like urging that the respective things will happen.
I can.
From Bastian.
Sure.
Yes. At first, a good evening to all. Yeah, we need that table, but at first we need to think over how we can manage it. And as I understand, the most important thing is that we have 7 countries with, let's say, pilot party groups in there with a mandate, and we have to. If we find another groups who are willing to collaborate with us, they have to be invited for at a minimum for an observership membership. And in this case, we need time. I have no idea how we can manage it until September. But what I can do is to make some table how to go in steps by steps forward to come to that common goal we Mikuláš said. That's it's possible for me, and then we can present it and we can have it in a pad or wherever we can get some new ideas for that. So I will say it's a roadmap, I think. Thank you.
Thanks. I will just remind that during the council meeting, we have basically agreed that it shall be possible to admit the observer members. I think that was the important part of the message, that the observer members shall be meanwhile admitted in parallel procedure. So the council can theoretically vote on that in between. So we don't really need to have this, let's say, council meeting for that.
Yeah, you mean with postal votes or what?
Yes, if I'm correct, just let me or we can check the minutes, but I'm more or less of the opinion. Where is it actually? Where do I have the council meeting minutes? That we shall be able to do this procedure remotely. Because should we be able to finish it within this year, then we need to. So now the question is basically how to structure it. I mean, like it's really ambitious task, but I mean, like as the council required, that we shall probably at least try to fulfill the demand.
Yes, what I can do is to fill a pad with a roadmap, so you can send it to you within the weekend, and then you can add your ideas or suggestions to that pad, and then I think we go step by step forward. We need a timetable and a roadmap to go forward. So that's what I can do, but otherwise you can do that also, or everybody else.
Well, I can of course do that, and I would gladly do so. Just could you please clarify how what is your idea of the roadmap? How shall be that working? Because my idea was more or less that we are kind of like going parallel in as many countries as possible, seeking for partners and trying to get the data and set the relations with the respective partners.
Yeah, as I told you, Mikuláš, regarding Italy, I have a couple of persons that can do the job, and actually they're still right now doing this job. So I can just put them in contact, and of course they can help speaking for Italy.
Well, that would be wonderful, but it means that we really need such a structured list for, let's say, Italy would be just like one of the points.
Yes, of course.
Or lines in the list, from my point of view. If it's what you had in mind, Bastian, or. Good then.
Yes. It's like a checklist, right? We have to go step by step, and we have some duties, some items we have to fulfill, and everybody who is able to fulfill some duties or items can write in. I will do that. Maybe I will do the Eastern European countries to ask them how are they structured, and so on. But we have to share the work, I think. But we need it on a central point that we know that what's going on in the future.
Exactly. I mean, like, we need a central point. That means a person that will, let's say, call for the meetings, because actually we will need some meetings on that to at least like have a brief discussion whether such a potential partner shall be even like invited for further talks, or, you know, I mean, like, we will probably not go for every single option that is on the table, because as we know from the past, there are some options which are not really that great, as one would expect. So I don't know, Bastian, will you create a table and organize the meeting for that?
Yes. So that wasn't my offer. I will do that within the weekend, because I have a long to-do list, but we'll care for that. You have a proposal at the end of the week here. Super.
And will we have the, let's say, a kickstart meeting for this activity during, let's say, the next week? Would it be possible? Yes. Super. Okay, then let's do it like that. I guess there will be a lot of people besides the board who will be willing to help us and participate. So I guess announcing that on the PPEU list would be actually great. Super. Is there anything more, or we will just have this working group meeting, and it will, party registration working group, it will meet hopefully next week. Yay. Okay, I guess this point is kind of like resolved, and we are heading to the point 4, which is web page upgrade. I actually brought it here because we have had a discussion some weeks ago about that, and then we collected the, let's say, feedback from various stakeholders in PPEU. Most of them kind of like provided some feedback. Some of them will probably discuss it later on. However, there are some proposals. I guess if you open the pad that is linked to the agenda, or I don't know if it's already in the minutes, then you can see it. So this. Basically, what actually meanwhile happened, I had a Polish volunteer, asked me that he would like to actually help with the improving of our web page. That's a guy who is skilled in PHP and WordPress, and would be possibly able to, let's say, work on our current web page in order to finish it. And also, I have discussed with the people who are working within Czech Pirate Party to actually implement Wactile. Just for you to inform, Wactile is a framework that expands Django, that means Python. And basically what it adds is a very comfortable interface for providing or for including the content. So basically it works a little bit similar like WordPress, and that's basically what the Czech Pirate Party or the technical department decided to move on. And even like we are now moving the MEP's webs to that respective framework. So they will be kind of like centrally hosted, and there will be central, let's say, maintenance that will allow to have this running. So now the question is, because I was asked about the volunteers, whether we want to actually approach them and ask them to develop something over the summer, because if we do not do it now, then we will basically lose the whole summer, and that's not really perfect. I'm not sure, Bastian, when is the time for technical group meeting? This is Sunday.
That's next Wednesday, 8 o'clock, I think.
Yes. So you have probably not discussed this issue so far.
Nope.
No. And is there any preliminary, let's say, conclusion what to deal with or how to deal with this or what to do now?
With the content of that pad?
Well, yes. I mean, like the idea was that we need to collect the let's say requirements how to move with the web, and I mean like we have some of them, and I'm not really sure whether we can simply like fulfill them using the current framework. So one of the options would be to actually try to improve the existing theme that is within the WordPress. The other option would be to create, let's say, new framework and using this Django thing to actually replace the existing WordPress.
Yeah, but to be honest, WordPress is that tool to have a editor system, and if you have another web page, you need in any case you need a special team for that, and nobody can handle with the coding. Coding in WordPress is quite easily because you do it with plugins, and we need to stabilize the page, I think, and if we have content for who will do it ever. If we have content, we have to edit very easily, and that's a problem with every other web page. And it's for a lot of people, it's a black box. WordPress is easy. You have a good structure and a good structure in the rights, the writing rights, and so on. So you have it very quickly done if you have a new content. That's the idea of WordPress. And if you want to use a totally different framework, yes, do it. Good luck, I think.
The Wactile, that's the thing that I posted into the Jitsi chat, or the link, that basically provides the similar type of, let's say, editorial system. I'm mentioning that because it's not really coding when you are contributing the content. It's about the simple writing. I mean, like, it works pretty simply, more or less like the WordPress. The question what I'm raising here is that currently our web page has those issues. I mean, like, it is structured as it is structured. There is this word cloud on the right side, but I mean, like, the way how the blog posts are displayed is somehow a bit kind of like specific. So we could use something which would fit more, I mean, like, to the requirements that are in the pad. And now the question is whether we are able to actually improve the existing WordPress theme so that it fits the purpose, or how to proceed. But maybe this is a question for the technical team. I mean, like, for the board, it's probably sufficient to say that we shall do such an upgrade over summer, or prepare the upgrade, so to say.
Yes, I understand what you mean, but the problem is, I think, WordPress depends on the CSS. It's coming from WordPress and it's coming from the themes. And to change this theme is very, very easy. And there's nothing what you have to do more than to make some clicks. And if you think that the WordPress theme we're using, it's a Pirate Rock You, is not able to fulfill your point of view, you should change the theme. That's just that easy, and you do not need any software developers to make a new theme. And otherwise, we have a lot of history in that blog. from the beginning of the European movement on. I'm not sure that you can transfer it easily to a new system. Otherwise, you have to provide both systems: the old WordPress as the archive and the new what's this Vectail. And I'm not sure that it's a good idea. But if you have a team who wanna do that for future, for next years, it's not only one guy, then it's okay. I think that's the question we have to discuss, and otherwise we shouldn't do tool tech discussion here.
Yeah, for sure we shouldn't. We can definitely do it that way, that there will be a repository with pirate review fork for the PPEU, and there we will do the development so that the WordPress theme fits. That's a very much possible way how to do it. The other way is, I mean, like I have posted a link for the web page I'm currently creating, or that is being created for myself, my MEP activity. It's currently in Czech, but we're working on it. And basically, the idea is to actually download the existing posts from the old one and upload it to the new one. And I mean, like, I'm pretty sure we have a parser that can download the existing content from the current WordPress page and upload it to the new web. So this is like the migration from one to the other is no issue. But I mean, like, I guess that was really a mistake to put it here on the list. So maybe we can just agree that we will seek a solution for upgrading of the web during the summer, and leave this discussion for the technical working group.
Okay.
Yep, good. And anyone, anything more, or can we leave it like that?
No, I totally agree. The only thing that we can just transfer to this technical group is basically our needs. I mean, we can just think about the needs that for us. Our website should the requirements that our website should fulfill. So in order, then the decision of what kind of framework using, content management system, who can manage how many, and it's up to the team that is currently working on it. And the team will be, I mean, we'll after the discussion internal of the IT team, will go back to us the solutions, possible solutions.
Super. And can we agree that the list that was actually created in collaboration with the respective working groups, as it is now, can be the base for, or can be the goal for this upgrade that will be transferred to the technical working group?
I totally agree.
Yes, we have a meeting, and then we will see who is attending the meeting, and then we will discuss it. I think I have it on my agenda now.
Yeah. So I think we can consider this one to be, let's say, the board's goal to achieve in this, and we can go further to next point, which is the conference on the future of Europe position follow-up. I mean, like, we were supposed to actually discuss with the Swedish party to kind of like incorporate their positions into the proposal. So far, I was not really successful to set up the meeting. So I suggest that I will set up a meeting with them and announce it as a normal working group on conference on future of Europe within the PPEU, so that everyone will be allowed to come and provide a contribution, and we will try to to create a compromise text that would be acceptable for all the parties, and then I could provide that for voting parallel in the council. Would that be an acceptable proposal?
Absolutely. Yes. Great.
Yeah. Okay, so I will try to set up a meeting together with Henrik Pasmark. I hope he will reply, because so far he didn't reply to my email. And as soon as it happens, I will inform you via the respective mailing list. And I hope I have linked to Pat. It's in the agenda on the line 48 regarding what shall be upgraded or regarding the text for PPEU position on that. Basically, what happened meanwhile was that Patrick Breyer provided 2 more lines to the beginning that touches the question of let's say a referendum to approve the treaties. I hope you can see it. I know that we have not discussed that within the council meeting, but my idea of the solution would be to vote it as separate amendment for the final vote, or shall we table to get it together with the whole text as it is? No strong opinions here.
Sorry, I missed the proposal. You proposed to amend the text.
Yeah. I sent it to the Jitsi chat, so there is this link, and basically what happened since the last time is that Patrick proposed to add, let's say, 2 lines that are marked yellow in the first paragraph.
We need fundamental reforms, a restart of European Union. This conference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, Patrick brought his proposal after the PPEU council meeting, and that's why I'm bringing it here, because that was basically not part of the discussion in the council.
So is the matter right now, are we going to send this text out on behalf of PPEU?
Yeah, that was. I mean, like, we as the board shall provide to council the text as a proposal for parallel voting, and now I would like to clarify what will be the procedure for doing it. I mean, like, we can provide the whole text as it is, including this 2 sentences or 3 sentences, actually, 2, 3, something like that. Or we can do first, like, vote on these 2 sentences, whether to include them or not. And if we include them, then vote on the whole text. I mean, like, I'm basically asking whether there should be a separate split vote on this part, or whether we shall table it together.
Okay. I guess we should table it together. Or, well, I don't know. It's a strong word. I like it because it's very punk, but I can imagine some would not appreciate the anarchy feeling of this. But I'll go with whatever you guys feel like.
I don't see any reason not to propose these 2 lines together or melt in with the rest. It seems pretty fine.
Any other opinions?
I support Sandro's view of the things. I also think it's no problem. I like it.
Okay, I have marked it green in a similar way as the text that was brought to the during the council. I mean, like one of the Italian pirates actually tabled a proposal to the external system to support freedom to share initiative, and so we have incorporated it there. And I mean, like, unless there will be objection from Swedish pirates, I would table it all together. I mean, like, they had some issues with the referenda in the past, so they could raise the concerns, but we will anyway organize a working group on this so that everyone will have another opportunity to actually contribute to this text.
It's great. Very good.
Yeah, so that's why splitting the vote here, it's pretty useless, you know.
Yep. Okay. So, but unless within the working group there will be major objection, I will table it as whole in the name of the board. Okay, that was the point of the agenda regarding conference on the future of Europe. So we are finished with the point 5, and we are coming to the point 6. Any other business? Is there any other business we want to discuss?
Well, maybe just I don't know if it should be discussed under right now about our next meeting times, and I am worried that this time is not going to suit people when we start meeting again after summer vacation. So I would like to deal with that.
I do agree, but I would suggest that we first agree on the first meeting in September. And during that September meeting, we will resolve the question how to organize the rest of the year, because most likely some of the board members will do not know yet what will be their, let's say, calendar in the next year after or next year.
Are you suggesting a vacation until September?
Well, my understanding was that there is a preliminary agreement among the board that we shall have a summer break in July and August. I mean, like that was the outcome of the previous meeting.
Nice.
As we actually agree that it's impossible to have meetings during the summer because people do not come anyway. So
I like this.
Well, that's the way how life works. So
it's reasonable. We're humans, you know. We're all humans. It's reasonable. It's nothing.
We have tried that last year and it didn't work. So I would suggest that we do the next board meeting on September the 1st. It's actually Wednesday evening, the first Wednesday in the September. Does it make sense?
Yes.
And that's the
my
first
God.
day.
10 weeks break? Oh my God.
It's a board meetings break, not the working group. You can have as meeting as you want.
I know what I can, thank you.
Yes, I guess what we can do, should there be an immediate event to take an action, we can do a parallel vote within either the Mattermost or using the board's mailing list.
Fantastic.
So
yes,
that shall work.
That's exactly what we can do. Exactly, we're not losing each other. We're not saying, "Hey, goodbye, everyone. See you in 10 weeks." Right? We are always there, but we are not officially put any meetings into these 2 months.
Yes. I mean, more or less the working groups that are which vital to work, were tasked to work. Am I correct? I mean, like we have the registration working group task. We have the conference on future of Europe working group task. We have the IT group task. The media working group is pretty independent, so can organize meetings anyway.
Financial, we have to organize something for the next council meeting.
Yes. So they are effectively able to operate.
Yes, I have some questions to for that break or this break period. At first, I posted an invitation for the summer camp in under any other business. It's from the 17th of July until August, and that's traditional. It's the sixth one we have there. A lot of pilots are there, and maybe we can think over visit in Prague to finish the problem with the bank. Maybe you can organize that, Mikuláš.
Yes, I will do it. Let's say, or let's resolve this on the bilateral base, because that's a pending issue that we need to resolve. But I guess we can resolve it bilaterally. We don't need a decision of the board on doing that.
Yes, we maybe we find it. If we find a date, I can go to Czechia anyway because I am recognized fully and blah blah. And so if the border is open from Poland to Czechia, it's easy.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, and I guess worst case scenario, you can come from Berlin or respectively Potsdam anyway. So it's no big deal.
No, it's not just serious.
Yeah, so just for knowing, are we going to move from your bank to another bank?
Well, I hope not. I mean, like, I hope we are not moving from your bank to another bank, because it would be a bit tricky to fulfill all the respective obligations.
Okay, so do you remember, Mikuláš, what was the issue with your bank when I came?
Well, the issue with them is that they really need a sort of like confirmation from us that would include not only the respective data from the Luxembourgish Business Chamber, but also the birth dates, and they need to have it in one single document, which I'm a bit struggling to create. I mean, like. Basically, we need to sort of like upgrade the statement from the Luxembourgish Business Chamber in a legally proper way, and that's not really easy.
Because as far as I remember, we also had an issue about how can I say, having a bank account literally working with a guy who is not from Czechia. That was also.
Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, like, the bank has the requirement to fulfill the Know Your Customer principle. And the problem is that different countries have different, let's say, standards for fulfilling this requirement. And the Czech one is actually quite strong, while the Luxembourgish is somehow easy. So if you provide them documents from Luxembourgish Business Chamber, they do not met the Czech requirements. And we need to kind of like overlap this gap. And the difference are actually the birth dates, to be precise. Otherwise, it shall work as far as I know. But I'm still struggling to overlap this difference. And I mean, like, it's a shaming that after all these years of EU regulating financial sector, they have not harmonized this thing. It's really a shaming.
Yes, remember remember it when you come back to Brussels?
Well, it's one part of my econ agenda because I would like to see this to see this thing somehow resolved. But that's a long story. I mean, like there are a lot of pirate issues regarding privacy and so on involved.
Yeah, I knew I was kidding in English.
But we shall work on that. Okay, I will contact you bilaterally, Bastian. I have it on my plate. I just need to finish some other agenda, but working on this bureaucracy anyway. So let's arrange it so that you can come and we will resolve it with the bank.
Yeah, it's just a day's work, so it's easy to. It's about 2 hours from Poland to Prague and back and so on. It's easy.
Yes. Good. Agreed. Then
And otherwise, every pirate is invited to that summer camp. It's very cheap there, and we have a lot of fun, and some conferences.
Suggest could you maybe include this invitation to GitLab so that it is being worked out and published on our channels? I guess we haven't done that yet, but that would be something, some item to do. I guess you have an access to GitLab, so you can.
I have access to GitLab.
Super. So it will be published, and we can invite more people. Yeah. Okay. So if there is no more business and we are agreed on the next meeting, I would suggest to close this one.
Perfect.
Thank you all. I wish you very, very, very pleasant summer.
Good luck on telly. And
yeah,
see you guys.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Well,
guys. Bye, everyone.
we have a Greek guest here, but is he still there? We can say hello at least. Hello, Thanasis.
Yes. Hello.
I'm just hearing.
Okay. That's nice. You sent us an email before, so we knew it actually.
Okay. I wish to have a wonderful summer. And when is the next meeting?
It's September the 1st, Friday, September the 1st.
Okay.